All right, we are going to have to talk loud. Welcome, everybody. Can you hear me? Unfortunately, we don't have amplification, but as I learned in the military, talk from your lungs, and so I'll try to have my booming voice to welcome you all here to our grand opening ceremony. I am so excited about today that I wore a tie. Yeah, I actually had to go deep in my closet, but this is a big milestone, not only for the Tampa Bay Wave, but also for our community. And in a way, I feel like it's a graduation ceremony. I feel like all our family here at the Wave has come to watch us graduate and take that next step as we support the entrepreneurial community. One of the biggest things that I'm excited about is how our community has embraced entrepreneurship and innovation as what I call the third leg of the stool of economic development. We can grow jobs by either recruiting companies down here. We can grow jobs by helping support our companies grow here. But we are growing jobs today by helping our startups, helping new companies start new services and sell those not only here in the Tampa Bay, but throughout the United States and, in fact, the world. You probably don't have to guess on what my favorite way of economic development is, and I'm very excited to have that happen. We couldn't be here today without a lot of the sponsors and the people that have come on board to help support us. It takes a village to create a startup. I'm excited, the support we're getting from the Hillsborough County and the commissioners there, Ron Barton over in the Economic Development, EC2. Our universities have really jumped in and supported us. I can't thank enough USF in the way that we've worked with them and gotten this off the ground and created what we've got today. And there's a great partnership there in the future. The mayor, the support that we've gotten from the city, and not only financially, but as well as engaging the city and in helping support our entrepreneurs. And the companies that have started way back where they took a belief and donated some money, like Sykes or Tribridge, Red Vector, companies that stepped up in a big way like Bright House Networks or Florida Blue. These are all the community assets that we're bringing together to create jobs and opportunity, not only for us, but for the future generations, as the mayor so likes to put it, as I want to have my kids working for the startups that we're creating today. Lastly, I'd like to thank Linda and the team, the startup team that really had the vision to create all this from the startup. I mean, I'm only a small piece in the process here. I came on as the chairman about a year ago when the organization was already starting to flourish. But now, as we graduate into this next phase, what I'm asking of you to do is we've got a lot of startups now that are ready to be embraced by the community, not only supporting in mentorship, but using their products and services. A lot of these companies have absolutely fabulous services, better than I've seen in the places that I've started companies like Silicon Valley or Atlanta or New York. So reach out and support these companies, because I'm telling you, the best thing that a new company in the growth stage, as it enters the growth stage, is your feedback and telling them, hey, I really like this about your product, or if you could change this, it would really be super for me, because that's the most valuable thing, that feedback loop in helping a company grow and using their products and services. So I'm issuing you a challenge to look at the startups here today and look at what companies, not only here in this office, but throughout Tampa Bay, you can use and you can try out their products and services. So with that, I'm going to introduce Linda, and she's going to come up and welcome you too. Thank you.
Look at this room.
I know.
Seriously, look at this room. Mark stole a lot of my talking points, but that's awesome because then I don't have to repeat it. But what I will say is I have this perspective, and I think it's important to share. 3 years ago, we were still a zero budget, all volunteer organization. We just happened to have found out that we got a $1 million federal grant from the EDA with our partners at the University of South Florida. Boy, have we come a long way. With that grant in the last, not quite 3 years, we've helped over 100 new companies, and we've helped them create over 400 new jobs for the region. Right? And we're just getting started, right? But we have a lot of work, and we're grateful to have continued support from both the EDA and now the SBA so that we can expand the programming. We're adding programming verticals for women and veterans, as well as for some industry verticals, local manufacturing. And I'm just so excited to see where we're going to be 3 years from now. And so let me turn this over, but before I do, I just want to thank a couple people because man, I want to thank the county and the city and all of our corporate sponsors for making it possible. Definitely the EDA and the SBA for their support. Our new landlord, Rich McIntyre, thank you for making this building happen. It's amazing. I also have an amazing board. I am the luckiest CEO or president of a nonprofit because I have the best board anyone could want that's making this possible. And I also have the best staff. My staff, as well as many of the people who work out of this space, have worked round the clock for the last couple of weeks, especially the last 48 hours, turning this place into what you see. So if you talk to one of the Wave staff members, or even one of the coworkers, let them know they did a good job, because I think the place looks pretty good. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to, yay! Hopefully a name and a face that all of you know very well, Commissioner Merman.
Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Oh my gosh. I had no idea this many people were here. And I was at my job fair, so apologize for the casual. And we have thousands of people getting jobs this morning, so I'm just so excited. Linda, we are the luckiest to have you. Absolutely. She has done an incredible job. I want to give her a round of applause. And our partnership, as Linda said, the county, this has been just a great partnership for 3 years. We've been funding you. This year, we increased our funding. We see this as the place where our Steve Jobs is going to be found, right, Linda? I keep talking to her about this. You know, just in her short time, and I gotta give you 107 companies have been created, 424 jobs, 14.2 million in outside capital in the marketplace. I mean, those are outstanding numbers. And we cannot dispute that in any way. She works so hard. She's had 2 kids while she's been doing this.
They work hard too.
And they work hard. They worked hard too, but I gotta tell you, and I'm so happy to see the mayor here. You know, in my notes here, somebody underlined that you're providing the first time funding this year. But no, there's no joke about that. We are great partners, the city and the county. We are always in lockstep on every major opportunity that's out there, especially when it comes to economic development. And I thank the mayor really for his commitment to that, and has been ever since you became mayor. And it's really commendable that we've been together. And economic development's where it's happened. Technology is where it's happening. This is the startups, everything she's creating here. We're going to grow, and I know it's great to talk about corporate headquarters coming here, and yes, we do need those. But guess what? We also need the startups, and we need to help them become bigger and better. And Linda, I'm just here to do anything to help you in the future, and commend you for everything you've done. The county, as long as I'm a commissioner, we're going to be there 150%. So just excited to be there and go forward. So thank you all. Thank you all for coming. To support me.
had to laugh when Mark first made his comments about having to find a tie in the back of his closet. I sleep in a tie. People think I get in a casket and lay down at night, and the only thing that changes is the stripe of the tie, which is entirely accurate. First of all, let me say congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to Linda. We, as Commissioner Merman said, we are first-time investors in this, and those of you that have come to my conference table know that I am not an easy sell. I'm all about ROI, and I want to know that if I'm putting and investing your money as taxpayers in an investment or in a park or in a facility or in a program, that there is going to be return on investment and there is going to be a benefit. I mean, running a city of 4,500 employees is not that much different than, although on a smaller scale, than what Chuck Sykes does at Sykes. It's your money. And you need to know that it is being spent wisely and not being wasted on frivolous things. And when we were going through our deliberations this year in terms of how we were going to invest some of that money, I think we made the right investment in helping, along with the county and all of you, in investing in this, because what we are doing here is creating the jobs of the future. I mean, if you think about how Tampa has transformed itself from an old economy to standing on the verge of completely changing our economic DNA, it's because of entrepreneurs like you, places like this, and investors and believers like Chuck Sykes and others in the business community who said, I may not entirely understand what you all do, but I understand that it's important, and I understand that as we move forward, our ability to keep intellectual capital here in the Tampa Bay area is dependent upon creating the jobs of the future. And that is exactly what you do. It is the difference between hunting and farming. We hunt a lot. We go out and we pursue large corporate relocations. We don't make any apologies for that. It is helping us grow our economy, but it is the farming aspect that allows us to create real companies that have real roots in the Tampa Bay area, that don't have to get to Silicon Valley to get funded, that can stay right here and create the kinds of jobs that my two kids will come home to someday. That's what you do. So as this city transforms itself, as we become that place in America that everyone wants to be a part of, I need you to understand that you are a big part of that. We need you to be successful. I was there at the beginning of TBTF, way back when, Tony, in 2001, whenever you all started, and there was a group of entrepreneurs, Tony and Steve and some others, who had a belief that we could be a technology hub, that we could be that place that technology and smart people, intellectual capital wanted to be. And here we are some 15 years later on the verge of something really special as a city. And so thanks to our partners at the federal government for helping to fund this, but most importantly, thank you to all of you who believe in your ideas, who believe in this city, who believe at the end of this period of time, this will be a different economy in a different place. And I am absolutely convinced we're going to get there. So go be successful, go get funded, go create jobs, go create wealth, reach down and help someone along the way who's just like someone helped you along the way, pull them up, get them involved. Remember, they were you at one point in your careers. So go knock them dead. We've only just begun as a city. And 5 years from now, when I'm done, and I'm complaining about the next mayor, invite me back for the 5-year reunion of this great opening. So thanks. Go be successful. Go Tampa. Let's get it done.
Good morning. I'm Tony DiBenedetto. I'm the CEO and a co-founder of a tech company here called TriBridge. I know some of the faces out there. First, thanks to Linda. I've known Linda for a little over 20 years, and we've been 5 years. I've known her for a little over 5 years. I want to thank Mark for his leadership, obviously the commissioner and the county for their money, and Mayor Buckhorn for 20 years of investing in the tech community. It's an honor to be here. When I started a company here 17 years ago with two of my buddies, we didn't think this was a tech community. We were concerned about the support we would get. We were concerned about it being about Tampa and not Tampa Bay, and we were concerned that there was talent. And a lot of the folks up here are talking about the future jobs. TriBridge has 650 people. doing tech work, and we started as a tech startup here. And I can tell you, none of that happens, none of that success, without all of the help we got. Whether it was Mayor Buckhorn when he was a commissioner, whether it's George Gordon, who is just a great entrepreneur, whether it was Mark Blumenthal, who was a competitor helping somebody get off the ground, whether it was an angel investor called Tom Wallace. This community lifted our company off the ground from startup. We didn't have the Wave. We didn't have this really cool organization to help. So one of the reasons I'm excited about this event, this culmination of the last 4 or 5 years of what Linda and the founders have done, is this is what makes jobs now. It's not even just about the future. This community has changed. In 15 years, to Mayor Buckhorn's comments, we are a very different community. We are a tech community. We don't have to wait. This is one big example of our success, that folks like Chuck Sykes, like the county, like Blue, like Bright House, have all written checks because they believed, because we have built it already. We don't have to wait. We've built the community. We need to grow it. We need your help in growing it. We need the continued support from both the local companies as well as the local government. And so I think there's a lot you can do out there. If you're wondering, how do I help to get on the train? Get on the train now. This is part of the now. Write the checks, mentor the companies. I loved Mark's perspective. If I would have had a local company come to me and say, let me help you grow the company by looking at the products and getting a beta and giving you feedback, you can help in so many ways. You know, a lot of people think of it as, oh, we're just helping the community, we're just growing companies. And we don't think about, and this is for the big companies in the room, we don't think about how it changes the dynamics of your company. We are very entrepreneurial today because of the tech entrepreneurs that have joined our company over the 17 years that have come from startups. And so, listen, you guys, I hope you realize we're there. We don't have to chase anybody. We are a tech community. Thank you very much.
3, cut, it's a
There has never been a more exciting time to be an entrepreneur here in the Tampa Bay area, and I mean it, and you all know it. And it's not just because of the fabulous leadership of our dynamic mayor, Bob Buckhorn, who has brought this new spirit of swagger to Tampa and this whole community as we redevelop and turn into a modern, exciting city of the future. And it's not just because of leaders like Sandy Merman on the county commission who are forward thinking and think about what else we need to be doing to support our small businesses. It's largely a reflection of things like First Wave. And Linda, you have done a remarkable job. And that's why the federal dollars continue to come to support what you're doing. To Mark, to Tony, to all of the board members, all of the other sponsors who are here, and the great entrepreneurs and startups who simply want to take an idea and turn it into a small business or a large business, something that can support this community and maybe make a little bit of money at the same time. But you all have been good stewards of the federal dollar. And these dollars are scarcer and scarcer these days. And it kind of shows because you started off in 2012 with $1 million grant, economic development grant based upon your idea for the future to support tech entrepreneurs and small businesses. You did such a good job with USF that in 2015 it attracted another $500,000 to expand. And where's Rich McIntyre? This is a remarkable place. And Rich, you're very generous. You're very generous to help turn this space into a place that's going to grow businesses. You can just sense the energy here in the room. So today we're going to follow on with another federal investment. It's almost like venture capital is being attracted here. This is and Robert Chavarria, who is our local small business administration advocate, is here to join me in presenting a large check. That's a $50,000 investment. Again, your third federal investment in just a few years to help lift this community and build on your success. This investment specifically will help women and veterans take their ideas and turn them into a business opportunity. And let's face it, this is a patriotic community, it's a diverse community, we value all of their contributions. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get that capital and turn it into a business. So we're happy. Robert, you want to come on up?
Thank you.
And here we are. Mark, we gotta sign it. Uncle Sam.
Is the sequester effective?
It's official now. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. Now, please. Oh, is that Trevor?
And if that isn't enough, we have a few other very generous and important corporate sponsors of ours who also would like to do some check presentations to show their support. Gracie, who's first?
So, Tribridge is first.
Tony, do you want to say a few words?
I got I don't have a tie. I don't even know.
You were so good the first time, don't think?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna go sleep the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Very good.
Very much. Sykes Enterprises.
Great. I just want to say to everyone, you know, anytime you support any type of a nonprofit, you have to believe in the mission. I don't care what it is that you're getting the call for, but just as importantly, you have to believe in the leadership. So I just want to stand here and just publicly acknowledge the belief in the mission of this organization. Linda, to you, from the day you came into my office, Mayor Bob was talking about me talking to you, saying, "No, what exactly is the Wave going to do?" And look at this. There were 3 of us sitting around that table, and look at us today in front of this group that we have. And it's just wonderful to see that really our political leadership believe in the leadership as well. But it's also, I just want to say this is a celebration and an acknowledgement to all the entrepreneurs who not only sat around their kitchen tables with an idea like so many of us do, but we never act on it. This is a celebration for you guys, an acknowledgement for not only having great ideas, but having the courage and the passion to act on it. My father did that when he started our company with 3 people. And even when we moved the company here in 1992, at that time we had 800, and today we have 52,000. And it's just amazing when you just have a great idea and the passion and courage behind it, what can be accomplished. So here's to you guys. Happy to do it.
Chuck's on your dad's hand.
There's more money there, I can tell you that.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thanks, appreciate it.
All right. We have one more, another long-time supporter of Tampa Bay Wave, Florida Blue. So, Nick, did you want to say anything?
Well, we were here at the beginning, and we're going to continue our support. We partnered with HealthBox. That was a great success. So we're committed to the community. Innovation is important because of where healthcare is going. It's critical to our success as a company, and it's critical to our community as well. So we're very happy to partner with you.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I guess we didn't. Well.
We'll fill it out.
We'll fill it out.
All right, sorry.
All right, thank you very much. Got it? All right, great, thank you. Agenda item? Do you want to introduce it?
Sure.
All right.
So guys, I want to introduce to you one of our accelerator companies who's doing really well. They're having their product launch today. Tom Mollier of iTrekker, and I'll let him tell you what he does.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Well, this is not intimidating whatsoever, so please bear with me. First of all, I wanted to thank Linda, Steve, other members of the Wave community for the awesome support they've shown, the mentorship throughout this process. I've been a member here for about a year, time very well spent, so thank you to all of you for helping make this happen and supporting iTrekkers indirectly. So, what are we? In short, we are changing the way that you search, find, book, and experience outdoor adventures today. We started here in Tampa, and we're actually all the way down to 10,000 Islands today from here, and we'll be across all of Florida by the end of July 2016. Using our technology, we connect people, such as yourselves, to independent, vetted, amazing outdoor guides in order to provide the best possible experience that we can. Be it a family, a group of individuals, or a person looking for a boat to rent out or a seat, be it hotels, charities, big convention groups who need 10 to 50 boats. iTrekkers is here to provide you with that solution. In addition to that, we guarantee that amazing experience or your money back. Every dollar. You just call up, say, I hated it, here's why, and here's, we write you a check. Because that's the only way that we can ensure our product is the best it can possibly be, is by keeping our partners and ourselves up to that high standard. Sorry, my phone keeps going away from me. Our reason for being, I think, is important. We're here to create advocates for the outdoors. We have an amazing natural resource here, and really across Florida and across the U.S. And we today have probably 10% or 5% access to what our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents had. And as a father of 2 young girls and a third on the way, I'm worried about what they're going to have in 10, 15, 20, 25 years. And so as such, if I can bring more people into the marketplace, people who are not avid anglers, people who have not had that amazing experience, and show them what they can actually accomplish on the water or hunting or whatnot, then that will be a huge win. So that's kind of our reason for being and why we're here. In the end, I'm going to show a quick little snippet video to kind of put you in the mood for what we actually do. Let's make sure the sound is loud.
Yes.
Turned it all the way up.
Good to see you guys. Always get on board. You be able to grab him? Is that a huge or what? Oh, look at him. Look at the stripes. That pink hue along there, and then all the yellow along that. Now here it is. Awesome. There we go.
So as it says, unleash the outdoors. This is some of the things that we're doing in this community here with the help of members in the Tampa Bay Wave community that we work with to really create this platform that's going to take over Florida, take over the rest of the U.S., and possibly the world. So thank you very much. Remember, unleash the outdoors.
All right, folks. Well, I think that's the conclusion of the festivities, but it's actually the kickoff now to the open house and the tour. So thank you all. Please find somebody here that is either an entrepreneur or one of the staff members who can show you around and answer questions. And please continue to support all the entrepreneurs in Tampa Bay. Thank you.